be showing you guys how to do a quick desk makeover with some basic things. So first things first, I'm going to upcycle this tin from some tea that I had into a pencil holder. So I'm going to need to take a measurement around the border of the top so that I can see how much lace and other embellishments I'm going to need. So I'm going to round up to 14 inches and then I'm going to cut 14 inches of this lace here, and I'm just measuring it out kind of eyesight basically. It doesn't have to be exact or perfect because you're going to be doing hot glue, so you're going to be able to pretty easily fix any issues you have. So I'm going to cut this to the length that I need, and then we're going to put it on our container. So yeah, I'm just going to go around the container hot gluing this down, and this is a pretty easy process. I used like a skewer dowel thing to push down the lace into the hot glue because you can burn your hands and it does hurt and I do not enjoy it. So yep, I'm just going all the way around, pushing down all the different like sides and all the lace on each side. I tried to keep it all pretty even, but to be honest, it is a little bit difficult, which is why in one of the next steps I'm going to show you guys how I covered up my mistakes here, because everywhere where it was uneven, I just went and put on a second layer of lace over top. I mean, I actually did over the whole thing, but because it was across the top, it covered up all of those uneven edges, and it was easier to kind of get away with it, so to speak. So yes, so now I'm going to go around the front with the same lace and just kind of keep doing the same technique. You will reach a point in which the backs of the lace finally line up, because of course when you get back to the wall that you started on, you're going to have the first end there. I'm actually going to overlap mine, which I will show you guys in just a moment. Yep, so more of the dowel. Sorry, I really tried to keep this short. Okay, yes, I'm overlapping this because there was a little excess because I rounded up to 14. So basically what happens here is I'm going to glue up to that like part where they meet, and then I'm going to separately glue down the overlap so that way it's a little more strong and it just kind of has a bit of an even back seam. So now that that's on there, it's time for me to decide what the next part of this design was. At first I was thinking like a ribbon around it, but I didn't really like that, so I ended up changing my idea and going to another layer of lace. This one is a cotton lace that's like more like a trimming lace for hems and stuff, but it's works just as well. And I'm putting it around the lace that is already there across the top of where it connects to the container, and I'm going to do this in pretty much the exact same way I did with the other lace because I really wanted there to be something to cover up my mistakes from earlier. So once you've gotten that second layer of lace on, you're going to want to start adding your embellishments. I added a bow made out of that ribbon you guys saw earlier to the front because I thought it'd be cute, and yellow's my favorite color, so I wanted to put some kind of yellow on this, and I thought that would be a nice way to do that. So I'm just hot gluing that on the front. It was just a normal bow, just tied it. No big deal really, nothing fancy. So now I'm deciding on other embellishments and just kind of figuring out what I want to do with this and where the design is going to go. I ended up actually going into my charms because I found a bunch of fake candy charms that I had for like years now for jewelry making and whatnot. So I thought it'd be fun to do this in a kind of theme of like, I don't know, sweets sort of theme. I don't know, something about the idea of the little tin made me like think about the candies, and I was like, that'd be cute. So I'm basically just gonna go around the entire border of this and like try to keep the candies evenly spaced and just kind of hot glue them down. I was trying to also keep a like normal distance between each of the gummy bears since there was less of those and more of the others. So I tried to put about like 2 or 3 of the little other candy things. I think they're like probably gummies, but honestly I don't know. So all the other candy things, I tried to keep 2 or 3 of them in between each of the gummy bears, just so that I can make sure that I was evenly spacing out with the supplies that I had, since those were the ones I had the least of. but basically trying to keep it as neat as possible, so putting on less hot glue than I thought I would need, because I, wanted to make sure that it wouldn't be overrun with hot glue. Another thing to look out for with this that I realized as I was doing this is you can see where I've put too much glue on certain points. I will say, I think if you want to make this for a long-term project, I would suggest swapping hot glue for E6000, which means you absolutely cannot touch it because E6000 is super glue, and you cannot touch super glue because it will bond to your skin. So if you are like me and you are accident prone, I suggest the hot glue, not the super glue. But for me personally, this is just a quick little project I wanted to do and show you guys, and so hot glue worked fine for what I needed it for. So I'm just about to finish this up, and then we're gonna see what I do with the front, because I decided, well, now the front has to pull it all together, you know what I mean? After I decided on the candy theme, I then put all the candies around the border, and then I was looking at it and I was like, this could use a lollipop right on the front. So I put one of those on the front with, again, hot glue, pretty simple. I stick to what I know, and what I know is hot glue. This is where I'm fighting with my low temp glue gun. I love my glue gun, but it doesn't work very well, and I keep thinking I'm gonna upgrade it, and then I don't. So this is all it takes to make this one part of this. So here is my pen holder stuffed full of my fun novelty pens. I liked how this looked on my desk afterwards, so this was a really good project. So moving on to the next one. So this next one is pretty easy. I got these plastic shelves off of romwe.com. They were pretty easy to build. I mean, they just slide into each other. It's pretty simple. So I decided to just make them look a little bit nicer on my desk. So I'm adding some of this elastic lace to the border of these. Again, it's pretty simple. Just some hot glue, making sure it all stays down. The elastic helped to where I could push it with my fingers because I was not going to get burned through the lace as easily. So I basically just went along, added hot glue, and pushed the lace into it on the borders of both of these shelves. And that's pretty self-explanatory, so I'm just gonna let this play, and then I will show you guys what happens when I'm done with the lace. Alright, so with the magic of editing, we are back, and now both of these shelves have lace on them. Surprise, editing is magic. So now what I'm going to do is go and add every so often. I didn't really space these out evenly, and I recognize that, but quick project is a quick project. So I added some rhinestones to this, and for the entire top row, I thought I would do the same color rhinestone, so I went for green hearts. I thought they were pretty cute. I really do like the way they look with this lace, so I really enjoy how those ended up. Voiceovers is so hard because I have to sit here and watch what I've done, and I'm like, it goes so slow. How do you guys do this? Okay, hold on. This is the magic of editing this again. Alright, so we're back via the magic of editing once more, because I couldn't sit here and watch the video and talk about so much because there wasn't too much to explain. So for this bottom one, I am putting alternating colors. I decided to do blue and pink. These are also alternating shapes. One of them is an oval and one of them is a circle. So I basically just kind of went all along the bottom shelf, just kind of putting these in place, making sure that they fit and making sure that they were secure with the glue. So once again, pretty self-explanatory for this bottom part. And this is actually the last part to this DIY. So once you're done with this, those are the two DIYs for this video that I made for my desk because I thought they'd be cute. So let me go ahead and get to the next clip and we'll keep going. Let me know if you'd like to see more DIY videos, by the way. I really enjoy making these, so I am more than happy to make more, including like journal with me or other Agere DIYs, because I find them to be really fun and really relaxing, and I don't know, I'm just somebody who likes to make things, I suppose. So now let's do the big reveal of my desk with all of my new things. Ta-da! Magic. This this actually looks pretty good. I'm really excited by it. So my desk looks really cute, so I'm happy. So I hope you liked this video. Please remember to stay awesome and love yourself, and I will see you in my next video post or whatever comes next. Bye, lovelies!